Okay, so I wanted to take a break from all the programming Playmaker stuff for the weekend. Stuff does my head in. Instead, I wanted to have a look at this base enemy bad guy that I've been working on, which is the goblin. Started off with a HD mesh and then retypographied everything into a game mesh. I'm really happy with the texture on it. Well, this is within Sketchfab at the moment, so this is online. You can see the low quality of it. The legs actually only go up to about the thigh. The same with the arms, they go up to about here. That's just a save on typography and just having overlapping meshes. There's a problem when I bake the maps from XNormal. You see here, and especially in the forehead as well, it's kind of shiny. Some of the detail is from the ears is being transferred onto the hood, which should be completely separate mesh. You can see it there as well, the ear. It's the problem I'm having with the mapping anyway. It's with the normal mapping and the ambient occlusion mapping. While it is making everything darker in here, it's giving me these weird artifacts like there under the chin and here as well. The only thing I'm not happy with this character is the thumb. Yeah, the thumb's a bit messed up. Also, when I was doing the rigging of this, it wasn't transferring into the humanoid within Unity. I like it though, looks pretty cool. Okay, so here's the rig for this. Unhide all. Give him a big massive head. Ears popping out. This is just the weights of this now, so in a second. Yeah, so this is our character in 3ds Max. Once again with the typography. Let's have a look at the weights on this character now. Yeah, so the character's pretty set up pretty nicely, I think. Big, like I said, big massive head. I'm getting some tearing here on the bottom of the little things that hang off the hood, but what I'll actually do with to fix the weights on this, instead of using the one that's inside 3ds Max, I'll actually import it into Cinema 4D and paint the vertex, which I find is a much easier way of doing it. Shoulder bone, hand bone, leg bone, leg, ankle, and then you're back up to the arms again. Collarbone could probably be bigger. Leg, ankle, spine, spine. This one's too big. Although I don't know why I'm messing with this now, I shouldn't be. It's already exported out as a FBX. Yeah, okay, so that's the character rigged. I'll just show you the base walk on that now. Select children. Hide. So yeah, I don't actually like the walk cycles that it does in 3ds Max. But this appears to be rigged correctly. I'm not getting much tearing. I like it apart from these bits here, but you only see that within. Well, you see now that's a part of the leg coming out over the pants. I'd probably bring down the polygons of the leg so it just starts right here. That will save on poly count as well. just walk. Yeah, little goblin imp looking guy. I think I might give him a spanner or something as a weapon. Maybe a little blacksmithing hammer. Or a tinker's hammer. Correct use of that word, by the way. So that's the character rigged and weighted. There's the typography. Like I said, that's up on Sketchfab, so that's live on the internet. I like using Sketchfab just as a viewer to check the textures. I like the texture on that. Okay, so this is it in game. This is my coding playmaker scene. You can see the typography in game. Little beer belly on him. I think that makes the character, although it's looking kind of pointy in some areas. Like if you look from underneath, there's a weird shape to it. Kind of dips in here under the jacket too much, I think. Okay, so what does this look like animated? Okay, I'm going back here to my placeholder animations. You can see I'm getting a bit of tearing in the hood, but that's just a weight thing. I can fix that. Same with the chest as well. Let's try a different animation. Oh, what the hell is up with the chin there? Oh yeah, I'll have to fix those issues. His hands are very short as well. No, but if that's causing some sort of issue, especially with the elbow there. Yeah, especially the chin will need to be fixed anyway. I think so. I like the texture on it though. It kind of looks like something out of Borderlands. The next thing to do now will be to import this into the aesthetics demo, because at the moment I have two demos going. I have the playmaking coding demo, and I have the aesthetics demo, which is up on GameJolt, which is me just figuring out the lighting and the level and how the character is going to look within the tone and setting of the game, while this demo here is the coding demo. So this character is set up now. All I have to do, the next thing to do with this character, which I'll probably get to later today, is to set up the Rain AI for him. This is how he looks in comparison to the character. And with height, hang on, let me pause this. I'll show you how the attack will actually, how the collision boxes will actually interact with the character, because he is quite short. He's about half the height of a player character. When it plays. Like I said, it's still taking a second to load up. It's got to check all these global variables and set up all the coding stuff first. And this is my first time pressing play on this morning, so give it a second. I understand these videos are kind of, oh, why is he attacking? Me talking shit for ages. Okay, so here's our character with his two attacks. How he's going to, the attacks are going to interact with the character. Pretty much the same way I have the sphere set up here. See, it's subbing health, and then we'll go back into a listener state. Sub health, that should have killed it now. Disappear. Pretty much the same setup with the bad guy. He's going to have a collider on him, like a capsule collider or maybe a character controller. When the sword attacks, when he hits the sword, it's going to play a taking damage animation. It's going to subtract from the bad guy's health. If he's dead, he's going to delete this model and activate a ragdoll model, which I like doing because it's kind of more dynamic with gameplay than having a death animation. He's going to create a ragdoll, maybe keep that for 30 seconds, and then delete the whole thing. That's pretty much the logic for it, but I have to set up the animation states and the controller for the bad guy, which I'll get around to today, before getting to Rain, which will be the AI. So let's say he's going to have a pretty small area of view, because I'm going to have a multiple of these guys running around the level, kind of walking to different waypoints. I don't want the player, when he runs into a thing, to be swamped by maybe 20 of them, maybe 5 at a time. If they're kind of, I figure, because of their size, they're kind of swarm attacks, so you'll have maybe 5 of them attacking you at the same time. So maybe give him a spanner or a hammer as a weapon. And it looks cool though. And the collisions will work grand. I need to fix this camera. Kind of want a free orbiting camera on it, so I can view stuff better. Another thing, once you kill these bad guys, they're going to drop these little XP things, so you can go up XP. They're going to drop some coins, which I haven't even thought of yet, in the mechanics, and maybe drop a weapon or two. I have loads of little weapons at the moment, like 4 or 5 nice looking swords. A problem I'm having with the rigging though is the hands. I keep trying to rig fingers into the characters, but the fingers aren't coming through in the legacy setup, not legacy, the humanoid setup within Unity. I like that texture. I'll show you that texture on its own. That's this one. Yeah, so this is what some Photoshop can do using the maps I generated. Basic color maps. I did a lot of shading on the character within ZBrush. You see, this is not actually lining up correctly. You see this line here, so I need to redo it. The base texture, which is this one, before taking it into Photoshop. The normal map. Ambient inclusion. Actually, no, that's the height. See how I got all those details for the texture in this version. All these lines here. This looks like something out of Borderlands. Anyway, that's what I've been working on for the last couple of days. I will have to take a look at the Rain AI and the animations for this character. I need to fix the rigging for the character. But after that, we should have a fully functioning game with mechanics that we can test out and get ready for the A/B split testing. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been working on. Hope you like I said, if you got any input, let me know.